Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's video it's gonna be a quick get ready with me, and I'm just gonna show you guys my everyday makeup routine. And so the first thing that I do every morning before I start priming my face and applying foundation and all that is I spray my face with the Mario spray. And so this one I got it at Ulta, and all the information on most of the products that I'm going to be using today is in my top beauty products video, and I'll link it down below in the description box if you're curious to watch it. But yeah, I already did this. I always do it in the mornings before I start. So what I do is I just spray it all over my face, a good maybe like 5 or 6 sprays, and then I massage it into the skin with my hands. And so then the next thing that I do is I prime my face for foundation, and for that I use the Maybelline Master Prime in the 050. So yeah, and I just apply that with my fingers, and this is what I do every day at school or before school and stuff like that. And so I do use a good amount. And massage that in. My face gets really red, but that's okay. Okay, so now that I have my primer in and it's pretty much set, you know it's set when it's like all tacky and stuff. I just put my hair out of my face a little bit. This lighting is not the best, but it shows all of my imperfections. So the next thing I'm gonna do is go straight into foundation, and in this one I use the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the shade 125. And this used to be my go-to foundation, but I found that the Fenty Beauty one was just my favorite of all time. But this is what I use on a daily basis. So like I don't always want to go medium to full coverage. This is more like a light coverage foundation, and I use this on a daily basis just because I don't know, like I don't want to waste a fancier foundation on a day-to-day basis, like when I'm at school and stuff. But I do use a good amount of foundation, obviously. Okay, and so I just take my beauty blender and blend away. Okay, so now that I have my foundation all blended out for the most part, the next step for me is to always apply concealer, just because I have very prominent like dark circles and stuff. And yeah, so I usually use any concealer. I used to use the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, but I recently got sent the new Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear concealer, and it's a brand new concealer, and so I've been using this for the last couple of days. So I do have to disclose that this one I did get it for free just to try it out and to review it and stuff. And I do like this concealer. It's not I would say like the best concealer. It is a little bit weird. It's a good formula. It's very thick and very full coverage, but it dries really quick. So I usually just have to do like one spot at a time, and I usually like to just highlight all the points that I'm going to conceal and then blend them all out, but I have to do like a section at a time since it does dry so fast. So I'm just going to take that concealer and apply it right under my eyes first. again a good amount of concealer, just because I do have very prominent dark circles. It's my last semester in college for my bachelor's degree, so just very busy all the time. So this is why I guess it's good that my foundation isn't really full coverage, because the concealer does a good job at like covering up all those things that I want to cover. You see, it's pretty full coverage. And then the other eye. And yes, I do this on a daily basis. I do highlight, I do a full foundation base and all that. Just because of all the, because I do have a lot of imperfections and stuff, so I'd rather just cover them all up and stuff on a daily basis. So this is pretty much the foundation routine that I do almost, even when I do like a full glam makeup and stuff on myself. Okay, that's done. And so next I just set everything with my setting powder. And of course I use my Airspun powder. Pulling a George Bush over here. And then I just use my e.l.f. Cosmetics all over face brush, which is this really big fluffy brush. So I set my face all over and I try to focus it more like where I put that concealer and stuff, but I do apply that powder all over. And normally where I get the most oily, so like my T-zone, and then like right here I get pretty oily, so I put a little bit more powder in that area. So then once I set my base, the next thing for me is to apply my bronzer. And oops, as most of you know, I just use the Hoola bronzer by Benefit, which is this one right here, it's a little one, and my Kat Von D brush. And I don't get I don't like over bronze like I normally would, like for a very dramatic look. I just try to add some more color into my face, just because I feel like I look too pale if I don't like contour, or if I don't apply blush. I feel like I look very, very pale. And so I just do this for a little bit of dimension, and I do it really quick. I just kind of brush it on. Okay, and see, so it added a little bit of color to my face, a little bit of dimension, so that's really just what I'm going for, something real quick and easy. And oh, gotta hide the double chin real quick. Okay, next is just my blush. Whew, got hot in here. And so today, I don't know, I usually use my Estee Lauder blush, which is this one right here in the shade Rebel Rose, and I love this shade. It's a really nice dark shade. But since it is the first week of spring and all that, I think I want to go for like a more of a pink shade, and this one's a little bit pinker, and I don't know what this brand is. It's just an unknown brand. It's like an old blush that I have, and so like I said, I'm not very picky about the blush either, but I do want like a lightly pink blush. And I apply it kind of in the middle, like where the apples of my cheeks are, but I spread it out more towards the sides, kind of like the way I do my contour, just a little bit higher up. And if I feel like I put too much blush, I just kind of brush over it with my setting powder. And so yeah, I think that's it for my base. And so the next step for me is set it with some setting powder before I start doing my eyebrows and all that, because I just feel like that way my mascara doesn't run and things like that. So I'm just going to get my setting spray. And I do spray a generous amount of setting spray, so I just kind of shake up the bottle a little bit and hold it kind of far from my face and just spray it. Whew. And then I just dry it off with a paper. Alright then, now that that's done, as you can see, the setting spray, what I love about the setting spray is like not only does it help set the makeup, but it blends everything in together, so it doesn't look like powder on top of foundation. And so yeah, I always do the setting spray. When I don't, I feel like I'll get oily faster and just my makeup won't last. So like if I have to scratch my face or something and I do it without setting spray, then it'll show the little mark, and I try not to touch my face throughout the day. I hate touching my face when I have makeup on. It drives me insane. So then my next step is just eyebrows, and so of course I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade, my little e.l.f. Cosmetics brush with a spoolie, and my Wet n Wild brush to actually apply the product, which is this little angled brush right here. So I just brush my eyebrows first in the direction that I want them to be, just to make them a little bit more organized. I might have to move my hair out of the way again. I overplucked this side. But yeah. And so for my eyebrows, this is a step that I usually do take my time to do, at least just in terms of like creating the outline for my eyebrows, and then when I fill them in, I just kind of just rush through that process. But yeah, one second. But yeah. And usually I use it like a really up close mirror, but I have my big mirror here, so I'll just be using that. And I just kind of like to warm up the product a little bit, because I find that when you have the pomade for a really long time, or for quite a while, it dries up on you real quick. So I'm gonna start by outlining my eyebrows and then filling them in. And like you see, I kind of messed up right there, and so when I do, I'm usually, like I said, a little bit more careful, so I don't have to go back and clean it up with concealer, but if I have to do that, I will. Excuse me. As you can see right away, there's like a major difference in my eyebrows. And so once I do that one, I'll just brush out like any excess product and just kind of spread it around through the eyebrows or through the brow, just to kind of lighten it up from up here and create like that ombre-ish effect. And then the other brow. Okay, so now that I have my eyebrows on, they look extremely intense because I don't have anything else to balance out the eyebrows. Like I don't have my lipstick on or my eyeliner. And so my last, or my close to last step is to put on some eyeliner. And so the one I've been using lately is this NYX Epic Ink Liner. And this one is just the black one. Yeah, black. And I don't like this eyeliner, however I lost my other one that I use, and I usually use like a Jafra one because that one is a little bit more, it's thicker but it's easier to manage. Now this one has a very fine tip. I can open it. Oh my god. Okay, so it's very fine tip and it's super precise. I mean, that's one thing I love about it. But it's very liquidy, so like it'll, like if you're not careful, you're gonna have like spots of eyeliner everywhere. And that happened to me the other day, actually yesterday. I had like 2 little spots on my face and that I just couldn't get rid of, so it irritated me a little bit. But yeah, so I just have to be really careful with it. And so yeah, I'm just gonna do some quick winged liner. And I usually start in the middle of my eyelid and then kind of work my way out. You see what I mean? It like all of the eyeliner just kind of stays there. Had a little bit of technical difficulties, but I managed to sort of save the eyeliner. So like I said, I kind of start in the middle of the eyelid and then work my way outwards into the wing. Now, I don't particularly hate doing wing liner on myself, but man, is it a struggle, especially with this eyeliner. Like, to get it a perfectly straight line is really hard. So, I'm just gonna move on to the next one and hope for the best. Man, it's just not a good filming day for me. Man, the wing liner was a little bit harder than it usually is, but whatever. It's just one of those days. No makeup day is ever fully perfect. Something always goes a little bit wrong, but whatever. It's all good. So then finally, it's just my mascara. And of course, as most of you already know, this is my favorite mascara of all time. And this is really the only one I use on a daily basis. It's this one with the really small brush. And it's the Maybelline Great Lash Mascara in lots of lashes. And so I'm just gonna apply a good amount of that and then we'll almost be done. Okay, so now we finally got done with the mascara, and that is really like the finishing touch for my makeup. All I need now is to apply some lipstick, and so my daily lipstick is this Morphe lipstick. It is in the shade Vinyl. And this one I believe is no longer available. I think it was only a limited time lipstick because it was a collaboration with a beauty influencer or a makeup influencer. And so I just applied that. But I mean, I really, depending on the day, this is like I said my go-to shade, but depending on my outfit and stuff like that, like my lipstick will vary. Okay, so now that I applied my lipstick, this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This really is what I wear on a daily basis. I just find that it's very classic. It's very, I guess, clean, you could say. And I just find that it's very workable, and I can wear it with really anything that I feel like wearing. It doesn't matter what color it is or things like that. So thank you guys so much again for voting on my Instagram and letting me know that you guys did want to watch a tutorial on my everyday makeup. So if you guys have any more suggestions, please don't hesitate to let me know. And if you did like this video, if you found it helpful, if you did like it, please don't forget to leave it a big thumbs up down below and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And yeah, thank you guys again for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one.